So in the 2020s, it's not so far away, so just a decade or so, the level of research will have been so successful, very probably, that major new companies will be formed called artificial brain companies. For example, the South Korean government is quasi-promising its citizens that by 2020 it will be putting an intelligent, highly useful home robot in every Korean household. So we're talking about one of the richest and biggest industries in the world. I mean, these artificial brain companies will be the new Googles and Microsofts of that decade. Okay? So, of course, huge amount of ongoing research will increase the level of artificial intelligence of these artificial brains. They will become more and more brain-like, and hence more intelligent, and therefore more useful, and therefore people want to buy them. I mean, it'd be wonderful to have a home robot that could walk the dog and wash the dishes and wash the clothes and clean the house and tell you a story and entertain you and set you and educate you. I mean, people would pay big money for that. And I've asked people, how much money would you be prepared to dish out on a truly intelligent, useful home robot that was smart enough to be useful, but not so smart that it was a threat? And we're now in the 2020s. We're not into the Artilect scenario, but 2020s. And the general answer seems to be a lot of people would be prepared to pay more money for such a robot, a useful home robot, than for a car. Right? So if you take that amount of money per household and you multiply it by millions, if not billions, you're talking major industries. So the economic momentum pushing down that route of making ever smarter artificial brains to control home robots and zillions of other applications as well. So this major artificial brain industry, that would be very difficult to stop. The economic momentum would be like trillions of dollars a year worldwide. Enormous. Okay, now let's move along a bit. Further into the 2020s and getting into 2030s, what will happen? What's likely to happen? Well, virtually everybody's familiar with the phenomenon. Their laptop computer or iPod, iPad, whatever, goes through successive variants, versions. They get more performant, they get smarter, they get faster, they get cheaper, or whatever. So you can imagine then that people will update their home robot every couple of years. Right? They'll throw out the old one, sell it secondhand, and buy the new one, which has richer vocabulary, a better sense of humor, knows more, just generally more performant, smarter than the previous model that people had. And there'll be such a huge market that the number of researchers put on the problem, improving the standards of these devices, these machines, will be enormous. There'll be an enormous amount of brain power, human brain power, going into these industries to improve the level of artificial intelligence of these machines. Okay, so next step. Let this be human intelligence level here. Okay. And this is, let's say, machine intelligence. Let's say the year's, I don't know, 2025, roughly. Okay. Now, at each as each model comes out, a couple of years later, like the next model, smarter model comes out, that means that IQ gap between human intelligence level and machine intelligence level, that gap will close a little bit, right? Because the machines got smarter. And a few years later, it'll go up again. Now, after a series of these increases in artificial intelligence, I mean, you can see the writing on the wall, right? It'll be obvious to millions, if not billions of people, that the IQ gap between human level and machine level, that gap is closing. And that's when the species dominance debate will move away from just the intellectuals and the techies and the artificial brain researchers and the artificial intelligence researchers. It will go to virtually everyone, because virtually everyone will see with their own eyes their own home robots closing the IQ gap, right? So it'll become just for everybody. Everybody will be debating this issue. Obvious questions like, Should we, humanity, should we allow our machines to reach human level? Should we let them become on a par with human level intelligence?